What's that cave thing over there? We have the room. Let's go explore up here for a second. See what's up there. Red caps. Okay. There's a couple of deers here. I don't think we're gonna catch up with these. I'll be alright. So, still no antlers, which is annoying. Swordsmaster ring, what's that? Increase attack speed. I don't really care for that. Druid shrine, make an offering, increase healing, crit damage. Okay, I don't care about that. And that just leads back to the castle area again. That's there. This ring, what's that? It looks like something to do with magic. Yeah, mana regeneration. Alright, that's nice. But again, we're not playing mage, so... I believe this is rosemary. Yeah, we use that for cooking, I think. Yeah. Oh, the thing. Island Weaver. It's like a wand? Yeah, reduces mana cost by 15. Interesting. You can have that in one hand and like a spell in another. Good early game, unless you spam some spells. Late game, I don't think it's as useful. You kind of just want to dual wield spells. Okay, let's go back over here and continue what we were doing. We were killing goblins. Got this iron as well. Go up over here. There's another statue as well. I think this is an archery one by the looks of it. Outline, the wolf rider. Cowlin had the soul of a true warrior, a fierce instinct to protect others, a willingness to stand on the front line, and a love of simple, direct solutions. And we got archery, that's nice. What is down? What's up there? Oh, it's this guy. Good, yeah.
Well, it seems that my attempt to get rid of our king failed. You could have told me, and yet you decided to lie.
You didn't really have the option to tell you, but, you know. Tell you the truth, so you'd attack me again?
This again? We've covered this already. I'm out of apologies.
Rude.
Look, I don't blame you. Our king always was a master at manipulation, and he did heal you of the Red Death.
How did you figure out Arthur was within me?
You don't remember? I didn't have to figure anything out. He saved you when the monster attacked us at sea. Arthur, can you hear me, you parasite? I am coming for you.
He doesn't remember you.
Oh, I will make him remember.
How did you survive a storm?
I have my ways. I don't think I have to answer if you didn't grant me the courtesy of telling me the truth.
Oh, alright. And what are you doing here?
Same thing I always do. Cleaning up the mess our king's actions and decisions left behind in his world. There was a beast down there that needed to be put down. Hideous thing.
Okay. So what? So what? You're on your way to steal Excalibur now?
No, that's your job. You can decide to help me, you can decide to help him. At this point, it doesn't even matter, since we're both after the same thing. I'm sure he wants to regain his power, and I want to destroy every single piece of his soul. Either way, you'll be helping us both. Now, it was nice talking to you, but I can't stay here all day. I'll be keeping a close watch over your journey.
That's it. I thought you were gonna fight me. Are you gonna help me out with getting Excalibur? Oh, just leave it. I don't care. Bye.
We'll meet again.
Sure. I don't like this guy. Rude. Now, I know there's a pet you can get in here. I don't really like it. It's, maybe we can grab it. I'm not gonna... It's just really heavy. It's a bit annoying. These guys are all dead. Loot in here. Yeah, the core is it's a type of how does this work again? Or is it it's just an item. Charged by dealing fire damage, 0 out of 1000, summons a burning rain of fire within an area for 12 seconds. I don't know. I think they're a bit gimmicky and not really practical. Nothing in there. This is like a super mega fish creature thing. And around here is the egg. You can pick it up and carry it around. It'll hatch once we get to a campfire. After a while, doesn't really do anything. So. So I don't bother with it really. But you have to hold it now. Just pick it up. It's like 10 kilograms. Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk to King Arthur as well. That creature, Cardiac Slew, it didn't look natural. What was it?
Not much. I never encountered one myself, but I heard stories about them. Mist bearers, like most creatures on this island, emerged from the weirdness. They were always drawn to magic. The druids believed they fed on it in some way. Merlin forbade his apprentices from hunting them. Druids were too valuable to our war effort to be distracted by such pursuits, and they were meant to carry on Merlin's legacy should he fall.
Right, okay.
What became of them after the war, I do not know.
The druids were working for Merlin originally. That's interesting. Nice view, isn't it? Crazy. Still haven't gone over there. I don't think we need to yet. We can do that later. What's down here? Where's this go? That leads down there. Kill the goblins first. Not goblins, one of these things. Grindle Grindly low? Gotta say that. Coins, some mushrooms, and some potatoes. Nice. Oh, here we are. Here's the other resource, meteorite. Used for the more advanced stuff. We haven't got anything that uses it just yet. Nice to have. Jesus. Yeah, swings fast. Scary. Pretty. Alright, well we're done with here for now, I think. We still have to go down there to that beach, but inventory's getting a little bit full. So I don't really want to do that just yet. Go and sell everything. Sold fishing rod by accident. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Need dexterity. I'm not really in the mood for that. Get rid of these. We don't need any of it. Yeah. There's the stuff in the chest. And we need to finish that herring quest. Okay, which we'll do in a second. Put everything away. Don't need you, don't. Let's go make that herring last. Herring. Let's just craft one for now. It does have the same effect. Okay. 2 more. Build some other food. Oh, we can't build this hunter stew. And a garlic. Okay, I guess we'll build craft these. We need more food. Okay, so we caught the herring, prepare the sour herring with cheese. Maybe it's worth. Let's go talk to Rumpop. There's made the sour herring, so he was up here, yeah. Ah. Made it already. I guess we just go talk to him. We already made the siren. I better have to catch another one.
I can smell it.
What are you talking about?
Sour herring with cheese. I can smell it. You made it. Do you understand now? Only by expanding our desires and fully embracing pleasure can we, the unfortunate beings thrust into this sorrowful world, hope to find a few roses among life's thorns.
Okay.
You will never be free from the smell of sour herring, and you should never want to be free from it.
And we got a nice little spell. Rumpot's Revenge. Basically can turn people into cheap. It's nice. It's nice. We're not going to use it. I suppose it's a good spell if you want, if you're a mage and you don't want to hunt. Then you can just turn people into cheese, go fish, And you have a nice source of food. I think fishing takes a little bit too long. Put this in the chest, and oh, we can harvest some more plants as well. That does all respawn, which is nice. Actually, let's go harvest, and then we'll put it all in the chest together. We got sage respawns in these little chest things here. Wood respawns, obviously, but we haven't been chopping it down. But we got all these little plants. All of these. Flowers.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
Yes, I agree with whatever you were going to say. Okay, more flowers. Let's grab all these. Nations, some blueberries. Roses, it's nice. And then some more background here. Carnations, so yeah. Alright, that's everything I think. There's some stuff outside the front, but I'm not going to bother that yet. Put all this away. Okay, so what are we doing now then? What quests do we have? We have to do jobs, I think, for him in order to get him to do stuff. So let's just carry on with this. Can't do that one, Brother in Arms. Got the bandit quests, but I don't think we're strong enough yet for that. So maybe we should just talk to people and see what if there's any quests. We have a dude over here.
You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
I haven't. Who's Cole?
Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange. Erratic. Sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force. And Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so let's go down to the refugee camp and give her these roses, I guess. Flowers, whatever they are. Loads of sage up here as well. Lovely. We're not going that way. We're going down this one here. Okay. Loads of chests on the way as well. Loot. Yep. Grab some stuff. Wolfsbane, I think. Again, I'm not sure what Wolfsbane's used for. Maybe if you're playing a magic build, it might be used for those potions. I'm not sure. I'm not a fan. Just
Oh, mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble?
I can try, but no promises.
It's just my luck. Take the post turning, they told me. We'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of
A
crap.
bit far away, I don't know what you're
There's
saying.
always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
Leave.
See you around.
I knew what we were saying.
Ah, that's you. Do you need something?
Yeah, what happened to your deck?
The deck? Just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
I can help fix the deck.
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor. Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets.
Talk to you another time.
Please, try not to make my life harder.
Go away. Do that another time. Let's talk to this woman. Give her some flowers. A village here, it's nice. Isn't that cold in the cage?
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be.
Has something happened?
So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole. But you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole. But now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers.
Tell me more about what happened.
One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice.
Okay. What happened next?
Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards.
Okay. No one spoke to something like that. Oh, when did Cole start feeling worse?
This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realised everyone had a strange dream, that it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse.
Did he tell you what the dream was about?
No, only that, well, it didn't make much sense. But he was convinced that something bit him. He kept checking. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weirdness. That must have caused his fever, his insanity.
Alright. Can you describe how the evening went before the night you had the dream?
Well, it was pretty typical. We started a fire and threw some cobwebs into it. Fran brought them back from one of his treks. That boy could always find them somehow. It was our protection from the night and the weirdness. Ellis was on watch that day, but from what he told us, he eventually fell asleep. We were lucky no one slit our throats.
What was your dream about?
I was in a strange place. Dark, full of fog, eerie. I was trying to find him. I called out, but no one answered. I was alone in the night, and then I kept falling, and falling, and falling, and then I woke up.
Where were you camping?
We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
Alright, so we have that quest, but first I also need to give you flowers. Make sure you do this before you go and do the quest, otherwise you won't be able to give her the flowers and you will just block the quest. One of the keepers gave me those flowers, said it was a gesture of solidarity with your group.
What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration?
Not what he wanted to convey, I assume?
Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death.
Jesus.
There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. Thank you. For them. You are from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away. Burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them.
Fair enough. What brought you here?
Oh, right. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Beatrice. As for me and Cole, well, we left Ree hoping to find a quiet place to rest for a bit. We planned to travel the King's Road toward Camelot. Well, here we are. We found our bloody Camelot. Cole is locked up and all I can do is shed bitter tears.
Right, is that weird? Right, is that where you're from?
Yeah, we grew up there. The village was built around a trade route. My parents ran a tavern that stood right by the road. We had a good life. We lacked for nothing. Well, that was before the damned grubwood started spitting out monsters. Then more and more caravans disappeared into the forest. People were telling stories that grew more horrifying by the day. In the end, taking that route meant certain death.
Right, okay, so Grubwood. I don't know what happened to the tavern?
The same thing that will happen to every place on this god-forsaken island. Ruin. We used to have generous clientele. Merchants and emissaries from all over Avalon. They had deep pockets, always left lots of gold. But that changed. Then our only income came from the villagers, who were getting drunker and poorer by the day.
So you decided to leave.
That was always our plan. Cole and I never wanted to stay there forever. Beatrice and Cole from the village of Ree, that wasn't us.
Well, your parents stayed.
Yeah. I doubt I'll ever see him again. I don't think there's anything worth going back for.
Oh. Sorry about that. What about the others from your group?
Each of us has a different story. Some wanted to seek their fortune elsewhere, like me and Cole. Some had to flee their homes because of bandits pillaging their villages, or because of the weirdness. Ree could be one of those places by now. There's so much turmoil in this world. People can suddenly lose themselves, becoming a danger to those they once loved.
Okay. When did you arrive here?
2 or 3 weeks ago. Things were starting to get difficult. The supplies we brought with us were running low. A larger group of people is always helpful. There's always someone to talk to and share the work with. But it also means more mouths to feed and more worries to deal with. It's not easy.
That sounds hard.
Be careful out there.
You too. Okay, so she is having a horrible time, which is... Yeah, let's just not talk to her. Where's that guy? Give me bloody flowers and set me up to get smacked in the face. Just ask me to appear. No, I don't care about that. Where is it? It's just icy darkness. With. I guess I can go back and talk to the guy and see what he says. Oh wait. And there is a teleport stone down here in front of me, and I completely forgot about it. Let's go up there and see if we can talk to that guy again.